Hi, it's Deb again. We are doing a brand new flash mob, and this year we are going to do it to Gangnam Style by Psy. So this dance is for both gentlemen and ladies. So gentlemen, I'm expecting to see some of you out on the dance floor. We are preparing this flash mob for Penticton again, so I will be doing rehearsal dates down the road. You can listen for those and we'll get an email about that. And I'm hoping that you guys will practice it with your groups as part of your warm-up. It's pretty easy this year. We have a lot of sections that we're repeating, so it won't take as much time to learn. I hope you guys have as much fun as I do, and I hope to see you all out there. For those of you who have not done a flash mob video with me before, just a reminder that I am mirroring you, so I am your mirror image. So when I say that you are going to your right, it is your right. I've switched it around to make it easier for you to learn. You will also see me do the full choreography in a completely different video. So this video is about learning the steps slowly, and we will have a separate video for doing the whole thing to music. Good luck! So when the song starts, what I want people to do is when they hear the song start, they're going to be off on the edges, out in the crowd, just milling about. And then when that cue comes on, I want them to come out with energy and find a spot somewhere where they're going to dance for the flash mob. And hopefully, if you're coming to the rehearsals, you'll have a good idea of where that is. But basically, you want to give yourself about an arm's length space between yourself and other people. And then we start the first section of the song when he starts the first section of lyrics. So for the first dance step, what we're going to do is we're actually going to start with choo-choo arms. So we're going around in circles like this. So that's what our body's doing on the top. Now on the bottom, what's happening is we're going to take our right foot and we're going to cross it over our left. Then we're going to touch our left foot out to the side. We're going to pick it up again and cross it over the right, then touch out with the right. Cross with the right, touch out with the left, cross with the left, and then you're going to jump into spot. So what that looks like with the choo-choo arms is we're going to go right cross touch, left cross touch, right cross touch, left cross jump. We've just landed in our jump. Our hands are fisted down at our sides. The next step, we're going to squat a little bit, and we're going to take our right arm and extend it up, and our left arm is going to come bent in at the side. We're going to try and keep these straight, but at an angle. We're going to swoop this down, and it's going to take a count of 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. We're going to cross our arms, and then we're going to push with our hips for a count of 4. Going left, right, left, right. We're going to actually put that whole combination together, and we're going to do it 2 times in this part of the dance. And here's what it looks like. We're going to go right touch, left, right touch, left, jump, swoop, 2, 3, 4, push, 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 push. Then we do it again. Now, the next part of the dance, we're actually going to do with a partner. So, you have an option. You can choose someone that you already know who is in your Dragon Boat team, or you can choose someone that you've never met before, make a new friend at the big group rehearsals. But it is a good idea that you have the same partner just so that it's easier for us later. The reason that we're going to have the partners is we're going to do a little bit of segment right here together right now with our partner. So we have 2 people. I'm going to be the person on the left side, and I have my partner, who should be over actually here on my right side. So what's going to happen is we're doing the same steps, we're just doing it in opposite directions. Okay? So if you're the person on the left, what you're doing is you're jumping and swinging your arms open at a second time. If you're the person on the right, you're going to be doing it this direction. You will be facing each other for the first two swings. So for now, if you want to just practice being the person on the left, like I'm going to be doing, that's fine. So what's going to happen is, with your partner beside you, you're going to go swing facing each other 2 times, jump and swing facing away from each other 2 times, then jump and swing facing each other again for 2 times. Then we're going to put our hands on our hips, and you're going to take your heel, and it's like the Mexican hat dance, and we're going to do that 4 times. So what that looks like again is face each other, swing, away from each other, swing, face each other, swing, heel, 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 face each other, swing, away from each other, swing, face each other, swing, heel, 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 heel. We'll talk about the heels more in the group practices, but the person on the left should be using their left heel, the person on the right should be starting on their right heel. The person on the left is going to walk on the spot for 4 counts. They're going to start with their right foot, and let's go 1, 2, 3, 4, jump, 2, 3, 4. The person on the right is going to drop down to their knee, and they're going to nod their head 4 times. 1, 2, 3, 4. Then they're going to walk behind their partner for 3 steps and jump out as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, behind their partner. So you should be in line together with your feet out and your hands at fists at your side. 2 V's kind of pointing downwards. From there, what's going to happen is person 1, who's in the front, the left person, and person 2, who's on the right side originally, but now it's behind. You're both going to drop down to your knees for a count. Person 1 is going to stand up and point 2 fingers to the right side. Person 2 in the back is going to drop down to their knees and then point to the left side. And we're going to do that 2 times. So we're going to go drop, point, drop, point again. Same side for person 1. Person 2 is going to go drop, point to the left, drop, point to the left. So there's no switching direction, except for person 1 is pointing to the right and person 2 is pointing to the left. So when people see it, they should see 2 arms coming out either side. So the count on that actually goes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. From there, we're going to do a move that's kind of like a brush. Person number 1 in the front is going to lean to the left and brush with fists, kind of punching to the side, alternating. So first it's going to be right, left, right, left, right, left, right, left. And for those of you who are counting, that was 8 punches. The person in the back, number 2, will start in the opposite direction. They're going to be leaning to the right, but they're going to use their right fist to go to the left direction. So if you notice, it's the same arm as the side you're leaning on, but you're alternating the directions that you're going. So, person number 1, standing in the front, will go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Person behind them will go in the opposite direction, starting here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. After that step, what we're going to do then is we're going to repeat dropping to our knees, pointing, dropping to our knees, and pointing again. Person number 1, who's on the left side, will quick step on the spot for 4 counts. Person number 2, who's behind them, will run to their spot and then do quick steps there. And so it should be pretty fast. So what's going to happen is we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 1, 2, 3, 4. So at this point, you're no longer in a partner grouping. You should be back on your own. What we're going to do is we're going to point our fingers, and our arms are going to go up, out, up, out. For those that like the challenge, our feet are at the same time. We're going to balance on our heels, and we're swinging out and in with our fingers. So it's out, 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 out. It's much faster than that though, so it looks like this. I understand if you don't want to do the feet, so you can just stick with the arms if that's all that you feel that you're comfortable with. But I like a challenge. I think you should challenge yourself as well. I think you can do it. From there, we're going to do flash dance run, quick steps on the spot, or football run, as some of you may know. And our arms are going up here by our head, and we're kind of toweling our hair dry or punching yourself in the head. I'm not sure. You choose whatever imagery works for you. We're going to go 1, 2, 3, jump in big dramatic pose. Think Matrix, kind of bending around. You got lots of time here because now we're going to go into the next section, which is the chorus.